Hello and welcome to episode 2 of Telenovela Yasmin. And I'm so happy we're here again. And I got something to show you. Wait a second. So maybe you're gonna laugh at me right now, but have you seen the original Sex and the City series? Because there was this one episode where one of the girls, I don't remember who it was happy about wearing her skinny jeans. And today is my day of skinny jeans. I bought this pair of jeans last year and they did fit when I bought them. But you know, during winter and the good food around like Christmas and the end of the year, didn't fit anymore. And now it's not even, it's a little bit loose. So today's a good day. And don't get me wrong, it's not about you have to lose weight. I always think you have to feel comfortable in your skin. And today I feel comfortable. That's what I wanted to share. Because it's Telenovela Yasmin and I can share whatever I want. But this week, I wanted to do a vlog with you. So I take you with me and so on and so on. And I figured when I'm gonna film this with my iPhone, the iPhone is gonna get so hot I couldn't even hold it in my hands anymore. So I know there is one camera that like all the vloggers and influencers are using to film. And I don't know, do you always buy the newest technology or do you also buy like, what means old, like 1 or 2 years? And then the most important question, do you buy it like when it's like, let's say it's 2 years old, do you buy it new or do you buy it used? Because usually I always buy, especially with technology, I always buy new things like from the store originally. But this time, because this camera is already 2 years old and I do have a feeling that the new one is coming very soon. I don't know. I Googled it, I asked ChatGPT, but there was no real answer. And probably my friends, I hope they're watching, they're probably are laughing so hard right now because when you know me, my gut feeling never fails me. It's always correct. That sometimes scares me actually, but what should I do? It's like that. So that's why this time I thought, okay, I'm not gonna buy this camera new. I will try to find it on like eBay and these other kind of stuffs. And something I never use because I don't even have this account anymore is, have you ever heard of Facebook Marketplace? I can tell you there are only scammers out there with this camera specifically. So I got a victim. I'm a victim now of a scam. I lost money because, can you imagine? I found this camera. I do have it here. Now I'm gonna unpack it soon with you. We are doing unpacking here now all the time. So I found this camera used and it was a very good price. And it was a woman who wanted to sell it to me. And she even sent me a picture of the package where my name was on it. She sent me a picture of herself, of her ID. And she asked me to wire the money. Yeah, I know. It was my mistake. So, yeah, my money was gone. The package never arrived. So, what to do? I immediately told Facebook about it and they blocked her full account and so on. But still, now I did I don't even know, like a research with the bank. Let's see, maybe I get it back, maybe not. Yeah, but still I have this package in my hand and this is what's gonna hopefully do our blog soon. I will show it to you now. Have you seen this camera before? So, should we unbox it? I thought, because it arrived just yesterday, I was working and I didn't have time to unpack it. Especially, I have to figure out how it works to really use it. So I thought I don't want to skip an episode because I also want to share something. I got so much feedback and comments and messages after my first episode, and there was specifically something that a lot of people, I mean, a lot of you guys were asking me about it. I want to talk about that later, but now you're curious what it is. But maybe let's do it together. Let's unpack this camera that I cannot, you know, I don't have any possibility to not do it, you know, with the vlogs. So when you have long red nails, it's kind of a problem to open this package. Okay, I need to get scissors. Wait a second. So here we are. I found scissors, but what I also found, not that the scissors were in my fridge, but do you know, I mean, you know grapes, but do you know this specific kind of grapes? Here in Germany, we call them, I mean, translated strawberry grapes. And they're only there one time of the year, like the last 1 or 2 weeks of August and the beginning of September. And it looks like a grape, but it tastes like a strawberry. With me, see, we do everything here. I mean, wait for the vlogs, but we do, we do a little bit of food blog, maybe, oh, some girls were asking me if I can show my beauty products again. Maybe I will do just an extra video for everyone who's interested into that. These are so delicious. Try them. Okay, wait. I got the scissors. Let's unbox this camera while I'll tell you what the question were. So, what some of you asked me about was last episode. If you haven't seen it, watch it now. I talked about that, like, you know, ooh, this was close. So be careful when you have scissors in your hands. About that, you know, there are always better people out there. Like I think I started with like better coffee, better yoga teachers than I am. And you know, like in the beginning when I was teaching yoga, I always thought I'm irreplaceable. Also, while I, you know, like while I was working in some different, now I got it. So, I mean, this is a little bit tricky. There's this plastic paper around it and, you know, it has this green little thing, but this is inside and I thought I could just pull it. I mean, come on, they're tricking me too. So, do you hear that? Now it's open. Cannot return it anymore. So, vlogs are coming. Ooh, I'm so excited right now. I love unpacking. You know, so another question. When you buy something new, you're very excited about. So you arrive home. Do you open it straight away or do you leave the package a little bit and look at it and then open it when you know you have time and space and yeah. Do you want to know what I'm doing? I leave the package a little bit. So this probably I would leave it for a week or two and open it. Do you remember first episode, the concealer? So that's me. Telenovela Yasmin, there's no hiding anymore. So let's see. This is it in the back? What's going on here? So we have, oh my God, here, you know, chaos. So what's in the box? I think it's equipment in the box. So probably everything is already in, yeah, this is just like a protection. It's already in the back. I mean, this is very smart. So you know, you can see directly how you would pack it. I mean, this is a very tiny little, because it also has a microphone. I mean, I do have this microphone, which I really love. It's very good. I also use it together with my iPhone because it's so tiny and has noise canceling. And now you're gonna ask me which brand it is. So they're called Hollyland. I love them. And this one here, but also has a microphone because I bought the combination with like extra battery and stuff. But that it's so tiny. This is a cute, tiny little bag. I mean, that's the idea, that you have a tiny camera that you can like take wherever you're going, and then you just film. Oh my God, this is very cute. I already love it. And look at it. And I do have very small hands. So that's why I have long nails. My fingers are a little bit, you know, like taller. But this is like, I mean, come on. I have it in my hand. It's very, very, very tiny. I don't, here's the microphone. I think I need a table here. Woo! This is gonna be our thing, that I'm always falling. Like when I'm sitting, I'm always falling, but like this is the other microphone. Because, you know, when I tried to film with the iPhone outside, and then I was holding this in my hands, because, you know, like outside and with the hair, it's always a little bit difficult, because it can be the best microphone, but if your hair is like, as women, is like on top of the microphone, always gives this little like noise. So I was holding this little thing in my hand, I mean in between my fingers, and it felt super weird. So that's why I was actually kind of happy that this one is a little bit bigger, so you can really kind of a little bit, you know, hold it in your hands. But this little thing here, so I have no idea how you turn it on. Ooh. I just, you know, like turned the screen. Oh, it's moving. Hello, my little friend. It's a little bit like E.T. Do you see that? Woohoo! Oh my God, this is so cute. Wait, I already, you know, from the screen. So now there's no going back. English, please. Swipe to skip. Okay. And now, how do you switch the camera? Rotate. Oh, now it's rotating. Now it's filming me. I can see myself. So it's explaining everything already. That's so cool. Tap to switch between gimbal tilt control and zoom control. Slide to control zoom or gimbal tilt. Okay. Nice. I think it has a very nice quality. And when I'm going to hold it like this, it feels very natural. So and then I'm going to talk here. Okay. So I'm going to figure this out until next week. And then, oh, it's like shutting down on its own. Oh, and then I love that. I love that. This is my new, I think I'm going to call him E.T. It's a him and it has a name. It's called E.T. But this is like, because I was thinking if I'm going to just buy the camera and use this microphone, but I already explained that, or if I'm gonna buy the creator package because it has extra battery and this little thing to like place it on the table. And I do have to say, like, it's so organized. Everything is in here. I think this is the extra battery. So yeah, I mean, look, I mean, I watched a lot of videos because now I bought it new. Because, I mean, what to do? I want to do this YouTube channel. This camera I'm using right now, I love it for photos. And when I'm not moving so much, it's also good. But the autofocus is not good. Like when you're outside filming, it looks like, I mean, not even 90s before. And the iPhone gets hot. And so in the end, I mean, now I paid extra because I bought this now new. And I lost the money with the scam. Yeah, that's life. But this also happens to me. Can you imagine? I mean, I was so proud my whole life. You know, I never got scammed. I'm always careful. And this, because it was so real and it felt so real. But, you know, sometimes things are feeling real. And in the end, they're just in your head. Can you relate? I mean, I can relate in like love topics. Maybe we should talk about female-male energy and love here as well. I have a lot to tell. But before we do that, and then I chose to create a package because of all these extra equipment. And when I looked at the videos and the photos, this looked very big. But like I said, I have very small hands and this is like, okay, I love it already. So like do the unpacking later, because here we want to talk also about stuff that that really, really, really supports you as well as me in the real life out there. So when we go back to this topic that, you know, like everyone is everyone is replaceable. That's what it is. And I sometimes do have the feeling that it can be tragic when you think about it, that like, you know, like you're not really important to anyone else, or, you know, there will always be someone better, someone younger, someone prettier, someone more beautiful, someone richer, someone taller, I don't know, more muscular. But when you see it negatively like this, then it's frustrating. And I had this feeling in the beginning when I was teaching yoga, because, you know, like in the beginning I was teaching in Germany, and here in Germany, it's rare that people like applaud you after a yoga class in terms of like giving you good feedback, giving you like cheering up or stuff. Here, they're either saying nothing or they're complaining. I'm so sorry, but it's like that. I mean, there are people who are like, you know, like sending me kind of love letters and giving good feedback. But when I compare it to like the complaining in general, I mean, there's more complaining than love letters. So in the beginning, when I was teaching like 17 years ago, I started teaching. I mean, I'm practicing 23. I'm teaching 17 years now. I always thought like I'm the best yoga teacher. And people, I mean, come on. Because, you know, I grew up with yoga. I met all the big names of yoga back in the time, from like Gurmukh with Kundalini Yoga, Brian Cast, or Todd Tasson. He was affiliated with Anusara Yoga. So it's not like I met them and said hello. So I really spent time with them. I studied with them, especially Sharon and David from Jivamukti Yoga directly. All their big teachers, also Narayani, Nicole Nichols, she like kind of built Jivamukti with them. So people who were there from the start, and I was lucky enough to like learn with them or from them. So I thought like, you know, there's no one else who knows everything that I know. And probably there are not so many, but now there are better yoga teachers than me. And when I figured that, and I'm staying with the yoga topic now, to me, yes, it was disappointing in the beginning. That, you know, because you see when people are showing up repeatedly, then, you know, they like your style of yoga, they like you, they come back. But there are also people who are there one time and they never show up. And I always took it personally, because that's what it is. You take it personally that someone is not taking your yoga class anymore after one time because they don't like you. It's the first thing that I was, you know, like thinking of. And this was my conclusion. And I mean, I was 21, 22. I didn't have that much life experience that I do have now. I mean, now if one person is there one time, I mean, can be someone who's traveling. He's just, or she's just here for a day, or she's sick, or she cannot come back because of work, or there are so many reasons. They're not related to me. And, you know, like I learned to like, don't take it personally, and don't take myself too important that everything is just about me. But it's normal in the beginning of your 20s. Come on. So in the beginning, I was disappointed of this thought that I'm replaceable. But then something shifted, and I figured that this is the greatest freedom that you can have. Because let me get you a straw. See, now I'm saying strawberry. So, why was it freeing? I think. Let's take a sip. I have tea. What are you drinking? I already had 2 espressi today. I found a new espresso place here in Munich. A friend of mine recommended it to me. He brought me there today. It was so good. Two very sweet Italian guys. So probably when I'm doing the vlog, I'm gonna take you with me. They just opened. They're so sweet. Okay, let's go back to why was it so freeing to me? Because not only that I can lean back and be lazy, now I don't have to give my best because there's always better. Because that would be an easy way out. So I just do a little bit. I don't care. Other people are better. I'm just like that. I'm not a person like this. Everything that I do, I give not only 100, I give 1,000%. So when I teach yoga, I'm fully focused. Everything else in my life and around me, I completely forget. When I'm in love, I'm in love. I don't hold back anything. So when I teach yoga, I don't hold back any wisdom that I have. I share everything. When I love, I don't hold back any love. I love you or I don't love you, but there's no like gray area. And it's also with friendships. When we're friends, we're friends. I'm there for you no matter what. And yeah, another topic, because people sometimes take that for granted and they use you. Telenovela will be so amazing because I have so many stories to tell. But why was it so freeing? Not because I could lean back and don't do so much, but because I figured that these people who are coming back to the yoga class, they like me for who I am. And they love my personality, my view of yoga, because every time you teach yoga, it's personal, because I create a playlist. So it's the music that I love to hear or that I think could fit perfectly to the yoga class, the sequence, the way how I explain the breathing exercises or the asanas, so the body movements. It's my approach, my point of view. And that's what I have to offer, and that's what I have to share. And if people or yoga students are coming back or liking my yoga class or doing yoga retreats with me or doing even the yoga teacher training with me, that's, by the way, coming up in October, they love me for who I am and for my approach, for my point of view, and they cheer me on for that. And, like, this is the best feeling ever because I always share from my experience, not only from what I read, because everything that I read, everything that I learned, everything that I exercised or tried, I have experience with it. And that's why it's called telenovela. Because even when I was little, like I said, I have so many stories to tell. I cannot do it in one episode. So give me a little bit of time. That my experience not only comes from yoga and what I learned in the way of yoga, but also from life. And what I always tell people when I teach yoga philosophy, I always say it's not only yoga philosophy. Yoga philosophy for me, it's life philosophy. When you say a word a few times, then like your tongue gets a little bit. And I think it's similar to when you choose a life partner. Because I think, and don't get me wrong, but here in Munich, in Germany, I do have a feeling that no one wants to choose anymore. People are always waiting in their comfort zone. And what I mean by that is, like, not everyone, but there are always exceptions to the rule. But because I work with people, I see a lot of people. I'm a very open person, so I meet lots of people, and they always share the stories with me. So I hear a lot of stories, experience them myself, and I see a lot of my yoga students. So I do have a feeling that, we have so much choice that we're not choosing anymore, especially when it comes down to love and life partners. And it further on in family, and because we always think there is better. Oh, this person, I don't like this and that, but there will be better. And then I waste a little bit of time with this person, but there will be better. So I'm not really giving, especially with people, giving the person to fully bloom. Because one of my favorite actors, Peter Gadiot, I don't know if you know him, he played in the, what was it called? Queen of the South. It was a series, I think, on Netflix. I love the series. And I mean, he is so brilliant, and he's a very interesting person. He is not sharing so much on social media, but what he shares is brilliant. And he shared one time like a post, like it's years back, and I will never forget it. Like, don't judge people too early because you don't know what they're going through. So when you're in the car and someone is like really forcing you to like drive faster because they're behind you and they want to, like, you know, go around you, or like when you're the first time you're having sex with a person, like, and you're intimate with someone, like, don't judge them by the first night you spent together, because you don't know, like, person in the car, maybe he has to go to the hospital because someone in his family had an accident, or when your new partner that you spent the first night with had a huge heartbreak before and is not fully ready to open up immediately. And he gave so many examples, and this was so stuck in my head, because you never know what's on the other side. You never know what's going on in a person's mind. And not everyone is opening up from the start. And I'm a person like this. I do open up very quickly when I do have a good vibe, and when I feel I can trust you. So, but even then, I mean, I wouldn't in the first few dates or in the first week of knowing someone tell them everything. And this is another question. Do we tell everything, or are they things that you like keep privately to yourself because it only belongs to you and it's only doing something with you? This is also a question I'm asking myself a lot. Like, how much do you share? Do you share everything? Do you share just a little bit? Yeah, let's go into the topic later on. But to round this up, like, there will always be a better person in so many ways. But every single one of us is unique. You are unique. I'm unique. And I think that the people who are meant to be together, not only in a love relationship, but also like in friendships, in family, because for me, family is not only blood family, because I never grew up with my, how do you say that, blood family? I grew up with, I was adopted, and so I grew up with different parents. So, and even now I consider my family, which, I mean, when we say it like this, I mean, they are friends of mine, but for me and for them, we're a family. So everyone is unique. Everyone has his story or her story. And, you know, the people that should be in your life, they will gravitate in your life. They will gravitate back, or they will come into your life. And I also think that we're here to learn something. I do believe in faith. I don't believe in coincidence. And I also do believe that when this learning process is done, then these people, you needed them to kind of learn the lesson you should have learned, or you should learn. But when you learned your lesson, you know, not my mother tongue, then it's also time to let go. And I did a big cleanup with my closet this week. So do you know that, like, when you do like spring cleaning, or like cleaning your house, your apartment, your closet, and then you get kind of rid of old stuff, and it feels so freeing when you have more space to breathe. And so, yeah, I think that it's good we're unique, and everyone has his own personality. And it's so beautiful that we're not perfect. And there will always be better, but also there will always be worse. And also there will always be equal. But no one is like me. No one is like you. We're all unique, and that makes life so beautiful. Yeah. So I hope to see you next week on the vlog. Let's see how I can figure out the new camera. Do yourself a favor, buy some strawberry grapes, and see you soon. Bye bye.